Welcome to the Obelisk, where forgotten faith, forbidden text, and sacred heresy gets a historical examination. What if the first message ever recorded by humanity wasn't a poem, a prayer, or even a prophecy, but a simple ledger? Imagine a dimly lit temple chamber in ancient Kish, where a lone scribe, clay tablet in hand, carefully scratches wedge-shaped marks into soft mud. His eyes flicker between piles of barley and herds of sheep. The bloodline of this city. This was not a moment of art or worship, it was a simple life, with simple records he wanted to keep. Deep in the ruins of ancient Mesopotamia lies a tiny, cracked clay tablet, worn down by 5,500 years of silence. The Kish Tablet may not speak in words, but it whispers across time, a proto-writing relic, one of the earliest echoes of human consciousness, moving beyond thought into record. Before the Bible, before Hammurabi's Code, before even the Epic of Gilgamesh, this small slab may mark the moment humans stopped merely thinking and began to write. Is it the sacred spark behind scripture and law, or is it just a relic attributed to the wrong era altogether? We're going to stick to accredited scholars for this one, and one thing's for certain, they don't all agree with the mainstream view on this one. Sorry to interrupt your video. Trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so if you give the little subscribe button a little tickle, would much appreciate it. Anyway, back to the video. The birthplace of writing, Kish and early Mesopotamia. The Kish Tablet was discovered in the ancient city of Kish, near what is now modern-day Baghdad. Discovered in 1923 by an excavation led by Ernest Mackay and Stephen Langdon, it's commonly dated to around 3,500 BCE. Kish thrived as a bustling Sumerian city-state, its streets thick with dust, the smell of baked clay, and the distant clattering of merchants bartering along the Euphrates. This was a land where the hot sun baked endless fields of barley and herds grazed beneath wild, cloudless skies. According to scholars like Jean-Jacques Glassner, who wrote The Invention of Cuneiform in 2003, writing did not emerge from poetry or myth, but from the temple economy's insatiable hunger for order. The earliest symbols were pictographs representing livestock, grain, and labour. So why begin with bookkeeping? Could it be that our earliest divine expressions weren't prayers but ledgers? Decoding the Tablet. What does it show us? The Kish Tablet itself is a small, roughly rectangular shaped piece of clay etched with signs that don't form words as we understand them. Instead, they're symbols, precursors to writing called proto-cuneiform. Scholars like Irving Finkel and Dennis Smakant-Besserat have shown us these early signs served practical function, counting sheep, tracking barley, recording labour. The temple priests kept accounts, managing complex offerings and resources for the gods. In this way, the tablet was less of a story and more like a receipt. Yet, is this the whole truth, or just the surface of a deeper language hidden beneath? The scribe's secret was writing a sacred act. Now, picture the scribe again, his callous fingers pressing reed into soft clay, his breath steady in the flickering lamplight. But was he just an accountant? In later Sumerian texts, scribes were keepers of divine knowledge. The god Nabu, a patron of writing and one of the gods of Mesopotamia and the Babylonians at a later date, was said to etch the fates of men onto tablets himself. So why would the first scribes be any different? Archaeologist Dr. Peter Michalowski observes, early writing wasn't just administrative. Temples were portals to the gods, every tally was a transaction with the divine. A jar of barley wasn't just food, it was an offering. A sheep wasn't just livestock, it was a sacrifice. What if the Kish Tablet isn't a ledger, but a prayer? Here's a nuance hidden in plain sight. The same symbol used for barley later came to mean life in cuneiform. The sheep sign evolved into the symbol for purification. Was this a coincidence or a coded message in an earlier writing format lost to us by the eons of time? From ledger to scripture. The evolution of the written word from the crude pictographs of Kish writing evolved into fully developed cuneiform by 3000 BCE. Now it could tell stories, craft laws, and record prayers. But imagine what was lost in the leap from symbol to script. Like a whispered secret passed down through generations, the raw, open simplicity of those early marks gave way to rigid, complex codes. Words replacing images, rules replacing fluid meaning. The first clay tablet was like a rough sketch of a map. Later scripts were drawn roads and highways. We gained clarity, yes, but lost the subtle shadows and textures of that original vision. Only then came the Epic of Gilgamesh, only then the Code of Hammurabi. So what did those early marks hold? Was it meanings that we no longer understand? Older than Sumer, the tablet's forgotten ancestors. Here's the twist. The Kish Tablet isn't alone. Other fragments from this era, like the Uruk tablets, share its crude style. Picture the ancient floodwaters rising slowly, swallowing coastal settlements beneath cold waves, the Persian Gulf flooded around 6000 BCE, and the Black Sea surge in around 5600 BCE, reshaping the land and washing away entire cultures. Could the Kish Tablet be a last echo of a drowned world's knowledge? A fragile relic from before the waters reclaimed the earth? Some scholars look even further back to the Ubaid culture, a mysterious pre-Sumerian people whose strange figurines and temple complexes hint at a symbolic thinking. Though no confirmed writings remain, and there are disputed artifacts like the Tartaria tablets from Romania, most experts just dismiss them as simple ritual objects, not true writing. But what if they were misunderstood? Could proto-writing stretch deeper into the shadow of prehistory? The heretical mystery? Could it be more than meets the eye? While mainstream scholars see the Kish Tablet as an economic record, a fringe of researchers ask, what if these symbols weren't just accounts but a language simply lost to us? No Rosetta Stone exists for proto-cuneiform. We may never truly know if those sheep and jars held deeper meanings. Consider this. In later Sumerian society, temple accountants often served as priests, blurring the lines between a simple ledger and a sacred ritual manual. But not all scribes held sacred office. The roles varied by time and place, meaning the tablet might have been both receipt and ritual, or simply both depending on context. Could the Kish Tablet hold a secret code, a sacred ledger recording more than goods? Perhaps the first steps towards divine communication, or at least a recipe for said communication. Conclusion: humanity's first whisper. So here we stand in the dust of ancient Kish, holding the fragile clay tablet that whispered secrets of a dawn lost to time. The Kish Tablet may never speak clearly again. It is a relic of a quiet moment when humanity took its first trembling steps beyond silence, from thought to record, from fleeting memory to now an eternal silence. Not a grand sculpture, not a fiery commandment, it's a simple tally, a first stumble into what we now call a word. Now to the channel news. I've just opened up some social media. I'd like to hear from you, so leave a comment. This video itself was born in the comment sections of a previous video and opened up a weekend of research for me. So if you have a theory, an idea, or even a question, put it in the comments. I respond to every single one of them. Try me. Anyways, thanks for watching. It means the world to me that you've got this far. Take care. Oh, and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Take care.